Hi, I'm Karen Carmean. I'm a plein air painter with the Guild of Berkshire Artists, and I love to paint. So what I've been doing is gathering people who also love to paint, draw, take photos, and we go to some of the most beautiful places in the Berkshires. Every day, we don't go on Sundays anymore because I like to go to the chamber concerts at Tanglewood. But every other day we go, and anybody may join us. You can see where we are on Berkshire Plein Air, the Facebook page. You can also see exactly what the weather is for today and where we're going to be after 8 o'clock in the morning on Creating Art Outdoors, the Instagram page, which is also on our website. So you can go to our website at berkshireartist/plein air and go directly to, if you don't want to use Instagram, or you don't have to, you can see exactly where we are each day and what the weather prediction is and what you need to bring. And sometimes there's smoke. There has been in the past, one time there was a flood at one of our locations, so we had to change locations. They let me know by 7:15, and I can let everybody know by 8 o'clock exactly where we're going to be. They sign up on Sign Up Genius, and by 6:30 the night before. And we have like 5 rules that everybody has to follow. One is, you leave everything pristine, including watercolor water, because we don't want watercolor water being someplace where people will sit down on their nice white pants, like at the Mount or something like that. So we have we've been going to the Mount in Hancock Shaker Village since 2015 and love it. We've been going other places too. We go to Berkshire Botanical Garden on Thursdays. We come to West Stockbridge a lot because it's wonderful here. There's so many different things, mountains and buildings and to paint. And we do that now on Saturdays. We have a schedule on our webpage, but you have to check because we're interested in going to all different places. We know there are wonderful places in the Berkshires that we probably haven't discovered yet. We go south to Tyringham, we go to the Cobble in Sheffield, we go all over the place. We go to Cheshire Reservoir on a regular basis. We go to the Clark. We get permission from them to paint at the park at the Clark. We're going to go in June with Alvin to Adams. And so we go all around. So basically, I'm going to show you what I like to do. I use, red, yellow, and blue, and I mix my paints, and I mix them right in there. And the advantage of that is there's twofold. One, they last I've had them last as long as 2 months. The other thing is, if it all of a sudden starts to rain, it takes me a minute, if that, to close up my palette. So it's very, very convenient. But, I'm a penny pincher, so I'm interested in saving money and not wasting paints. And then I have the exact color that, in fact, this is the palette I used on Friday. Thursday we were here in West Stockbridge, and I had this very same palette, and I did a painting totally different from any painting I've ever done before. It looks more like watercolor, I think, but at any rate, I was just captivated. I love that willow tree, so I try to focus on the willow tree. So I usually do a value study first to look at the composition, but I'm just hurrying along today, looking at what is it I am seeing now, and I'm captivated by these beautiful iris that weren't here the last time I was here, just a couple days ago. And I can show you the painting that I did a couple days ago. And so there's this wonderful dark right here. I'm really interested. I'm interested in the composition and also the values. So it's also very dark in here. First of all, I covered the canvas with yellow acrylic paints. I often use pink or orange. I've been using a lot lately, and to fill it in. And it's nice to have your eye go this way through the page or through the painting, and then have a way to bring it back again. We in Western cultures read left to right. In Arabic, I bet they have the line go this way because they do it differently. So last week I was here, and this is a totally different kind of painting than I've ever done before. I was captivated, as you can see, by the tree here, that wonderful willow tree right over there. This painting was done entirely with this one brush, which is a rosemary, extra long, curved, ivory, size 12. So the whole painting, even those very fine strokes, was done with this one brush. But today I'm using what I normally use to start with, which is a smaller brush to start with. And I'm trying to get, when I do my value studies, I really look at the values. Right now it's sort of like just dark and light that I'm looking at. So I love to paint outdoors. I love to be outdoors. If I had my choice, I'd be outdoors all the time. So we actually paint. I've painted outdoors in January and February. Not like Walt Pascoe, who you'll probably see later, who actually goes down to 20 degrees in the wintertime. Not me, but if you dress for it, you can do it. Especially with oil paint, because it doesn't freeze, right? It's quite convenient to have that way. So we go all over the place. We start at 10 o'clock in the morning and paint until about noon. Photographers usually join us around 11, and then we have lunch together and give feedback. It's also fun because during the time, if we get stumped or we want advice, we have other artists around who can give us good advice. So it's really fun. We're interested in places all over the Berkshires to go, and this is one of our, well, we have a lot of favorites, but West Stockbridge is one. You can tell the mountains, the river, the incredible trees, and all the houses and people coming by all the time. So it has something for everybody here, and a lot of flowers too. There are flowers on the bridge, and there are different kinds of flowers that pop up along the river. Right now we have some beautiful yellow iris. So to join us, you can join the guild, and you get to come free all the time to plein air and almost everything else we do, unless we have a workshop. We're having a workshop at the end of June with Chris Morrell, who is a fabulous prize-winning artist who does plein air. And I've taken 3 or 4 of his workshops before. He really listens to people, and he watches what you're doing, and then he tells you what you need to work on right now. He's a very, very good teacher, so a lot of us are taking him again. There's still a couple of places left. We also have we have a lot of programs going on. Every Wednesday we have a Zoom Art Together from 10 to 12 wherever we are in the world, as long as we have access to the internet, because people could get sick and they want to have something to do. Even if they can't paint or do pastels or something that day, they can give us feedback about what we're doing. And if anybody gets stumped, there's a group of people out there. We always have a live alternative to the Zoom. So some people gather in Great Barrington. There's a warm barn there that we can use. Let's see. As I said, we go all over the place. This is a painting that I did in October with Alvin, who's with us today, in North Adams. It's Greylock. And this was done, I do, most of us who do plein air do something at first, and then we might put it on our wall and work on it and add something and so on. It's rarely finished when you finished a plein air program. I know a lot of people are afraid of bugs. They're afraid of getting sunburn. A good hat and a nice tree solve that problem. And I always have some bug spray that I got from Hancock Shaker Village, you know, an herbal kind of wonderful bug spray. I have never used it, but it's at the bottom of my bag here, should I ever need it or somebody else wants it. So, you know, we're quite experienced about how to go about doing this. I'm trying to think of the other reasons. People are afraid of other people saying something or bothering them. So being in a group or being with just a couple other people really helps with that, because, you know, you're serious. They can tell you're serious. They're not going to bother you. We have, our website is berkshireartist.org, and you can find our plein air program at berkshireartist.org/plein air, PLEINAIR, meaning in the full air, outside. I love being outside year-round. I've even painted in January and February outside. So I really enjoy it. It's so much fun, and it's so much fun to do with other people. We get feedback from each other. We get stumped. We can just watch somebody else paint, and everybody has such a different way of approaching it. And you'll probably see some other people that Joe is taking pictures of today. So it's quite a variety and lots of fun. So come join us. We also have workshops on a regular basis. We have a workshop from prize-winning Chris Morell on June 28th. We have a workshop that's really inexpensive for first-time beginners who want to try plein air that Walt Pascoe is running. And in early August, we're going to go up to Mount Greylock and have a one-day workshop with Lori Bradley, as we did last year, which was lots of fun. So we go all over. We want your ideas about where else we should go. So contact us, Berkshire Art Outdoors, or you can go on the web and find all about what we do. Thank you so much for joining us today.